In a country known for powerful oligarchs and an incredibly centralized political system, there is one billionaire whose influence is so vast, his reach so global, that many analysts say even the Kremlin can't fully control him. Today, we uncover the story of the man behind billions, his rise, his power, and why he stands apart from every other Russian tycoon. Welcome to the Russian billionaire who even Putin can't control. To understand why this billionaire is different, we need to rewind to the turbulent 1990s, a time when Russia's economy was turning upside down. While many businessmen were fighting for control of old Soviet industries, this billionaire took a different path. Instead of quick deals or political shortcuts, he built a global empire through smart acquisitions, international partnerships, and a reputation for delivering results. His companies expanded beyond Russia's borders, operating in Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and the US. By the early 2000s, his net worth had exploded into the billions, and his influence extended far beyond Moscow. While many Russian billionaires depend on government-controlled industries like gas or oil, this billionaire's power comes from his global footprint. He diversified early, owning ports, logistics companies, technology firms, and massive industrial operations. And here's the key. Most of his money isn't stuck in Russia. His investments and partnerships are spread across continents, giving him leverage that others simply don't have. Analysts say that makes him too international to pressure, too connected to ignore. But money isn't everything. What sets him apart is his strategic independence. Where? Most billionaires stay tightly aligned with government priorities. He built a reputation as someone who focuses on business over politics. He invests in global technology, modern transportation, renewable energy, and futuristic manufacturing. His empire employs tens of thousands of people across the world. And that global responsibility gives him a kind of influence that doesn't rely on political favor. So why do experts say even the Kremlin has limited influence over him? International networks. His companies rely heavily on partnerships outside Russia. Trying to pressure him could risk valuable international relationships. Independent capital. His wealth is diversified. He isn't dependent solely on Russian resources or government contracts. That gives him freedom to make decisions without needing approval. Global legal structures. Much of his business operates under foreign legal protections. That means traditional pressure simply doesn't work the same way economic importance. His global companies help connect Russia to international markets. Interfering with him could disrupt entire supply chains. In other words, he is influential enough to matter, global enough to stand apart. Now, to be clear, this billionaire is not an opponent of the Kremlin. Analysts describe the relationship as mutually respectful but carefully balanced. He stays away from political scenes, avoids public disputes, and focuses on running businesses that benefit both his companies and the broader Russian economy. This professional distance is part of why he maintains such independence. He doesn't seek political power, and that makes him less of a threat and more of a necessary economic partner. Behind the headlines, this billionaire invests heavily in global projects, modernizing ports, supporting scientific research, funding education initiatives, and backing sustainable industries. His long-term strategy isn't about short-term influence. It's about creating infrastructure that lasts for decades. And that mindset is rare. It's what makes him a unique figure in both Russian business and global economics. As the world becomes more interconnected, figures like this billionaire will only become more important. His ability to operate globally while maintaining independence in one of the world's most centralized political systems makes him a fascinating case study. Will he continue to expand his empire? Will his independence shape the future of Russian business? Only time will tell. As we look deeper into his story, one thing becomes clear. This billionaire's greatest source of independence isn't just his money, it's the architecture of his global presence. Over the years, he structured his companies in a way that places them across multiple continents, operating under different economic systems, financial regulations, and political landscapes. This creates what analysts call a global shield, a network so diverse that no single government, not even his own, can fully direct his moves. Many Russian tycoons built their fortunes within industries heavily connected to the state. But his empire was built with a different philosophy. Don't let the foundation of your wealth depend on one place. His boards include leaders from countries all around the world, and his companies collaborate with firms from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. That makes his operations not just Russian, but international ecosystems that maintain stability, even during times of pressure. His influence also stretches into advanced industries like robotics, high-tech manufacturing, and logistics automation. These sectors are connected by global supply chains, and supply chains cannot be controlled by politics alone. They rely on engineering, innovation, and workforce cooperation across borders. This is why the billionaire is often seen as a bridge figure, someone who keeps business channels open, even when political tensions rise. Many international observers note that he has become a stabilizing force in certain markets simply because his operations are too interconnected to isolate. And perhaps this is the real reason he stands apart. Not because he opposes anyone, but because he operates on a scale where political pressure stops being straightforward and starts becoming a negotiation. A negotiation in which he holds just as many cards as anyone else on the global stage. And that is the story of the Russian billionaire who built a global empire so influential that even the Kremlin can't completely control him. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below.